First and foremost, want to start off by saying Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi, Barakatah Yahawah, Barakatah Yahawashi. Call Halal Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi, Bahasham Rakakodash. Yahawah is the name of the Heavenly Father, the Most High, and Yahawashi is the name of His Son, our Lord and our Savior. We are the nation of Yasharahla, according to the Paleo Hebrew. We are the nation of Israel, according to the English tongue. The nation of Israel consists of the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans of today. I want to say double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, the elect men in whom I learned this truth. Shalawam to your sincere Akim that teaches truth in sincerity, and Shalawam to the sincere Akwakim who believe. Lord, will this be edifying unto the elect of the nation of Yasharahla. So as you see here, as I got here queued up on the screen, it's pretty much an image of the movie Resident Evil Apocalypse. And pretty much recently I saw this movie 2 days ago. And I'm not going to go all the way into it, but pretty much within the movie is a zombie apocalypse. And it's pretty much the end of the world, so to speak, alright? And they pretty much had to close off the city because of a zombie attack or something like that. Or no, a virus got leaked or something like that, alright, along those lines. So pretty much why I'm bringing this up is because I had a dream pretty much, it was about 4 days ago, and pretty much when I had the dream, I didn't know whether or not I was going to make a video on it, because I didn't know if it was of any importance or if it pertained to like any of the times that we're about to come into, you know, Jacob's trouble and the hour of temptation, and you know, of course, World War III and all the prophecies that must come to pass. But pretty much what I got from watching this movie was pretty much the day when everything happened, similar to the day of the Lord. Everybody was caught off guard, all right? Nobody was ready for that outbreak to happen, all right? And pretty much within the dream, I'm not gonna go too far into it. But from what I can remember, I was pretty much at a hospital, and the hospital was, for some reason, it was packed out. All right, it was heavily occupied, so to speak, and you know, it's kind of on par with the times that we're in. You know, with Esau pushing the narrative, you know, of what's going on in the world. You know, I just say that for edification's sake, so they won't take this down. But pretty much, you know, we're living in a time where something like this it very well can happen, you know. And the only reason I say this is because I recently saw a video, and it said nothing is outside of the realm. Like, there's nothing that Yahawashi can't do, you know. So we really don't know what to expect except for what is written, you know. So yeah, I was at this hospital, and it was heavily occupied, and pretty much from what I can remember, I was leaving out of the hospital. It was nightfall. And as I'm not too far getting from the hospital, pretty much these group of policemen, you know, pull up, I guess, with somebody, and as they're bringing this patient in, all you hear is screaming. Like, pretty much, I guess something happened, and they just started running out of the hospital. And then from what I can remember, it seemed like it was a zombie. It was a zombie outbreak, okay? And even went in so much as I'm watching all this unfold, the policemen pulling up, and then they get inside, and then everybody starts screaming and running out of the hospital. I was getting chased, all right? Pretty much within the dream, I was getting chased by a zombie, all right? And it may sound far-fetched, but hey, I'm just putting this video out there, just in case it is of some importance, towards the ministry. So I have precepts queued up, and here in 2 Timothy 3:1, it says, "This knowing also that in the last days perilous times shall come." And that word perilous goes into danger, all right? So it's going to be dangerous times that we're living in, okay? Even going into the book of 2 Peter, all right? Just quoting it, that the day of the Lord shall come as a thief in the night. Because remember, within the movie, analyzing it, the people were caught off guard. And even as the day of the Lord, they're going to be caught off guard. We got the looming famines, all right? War, okay? Pestilence. So, all the things that were written about. And like I said, and just quoting, I believe it was an elder, but nothing's outside of the realm of Yahawashi, I want to bring out this precept, because it pertains to what is going to be happening, 2 Esdras 15:14. It says, "Woe to the world and them that dwell therein, for the sword and their destruction draweth nigh. And one people shall stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. A man shall desire to go into a city, and shall not be able. For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And for because, Salakia, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread, and for great tribulation." All right? So just touching bases on some of those precepts that were read, as we're reading all that, that's what's written. That's what we know is going to come to pass. And pertaining to the dream, verse 17, it says, "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." So if it really was an outbreak, so to speak, just analyzing this movie as well, correlating it to the dream. Within the movie, when it was too late and everybody was in the midst of, the apocalypse, so to speak, zombie outbreak, they had locked the city down. They cut off all the bridges and all the exits outside of the city, and pretty much you had to stay within the city. All right? So that exactly lines up with 2 Esdras 15:17. "A man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able." Okay? But we know pertaining to the scriptures is because these men are it's martial law. All right? They're gonna lock it down. Esau gonna lock it down. Okay? They're gonna have to regulate. Think about it. If it's a famine, they're gonna have to regulate the food. People moving here or there. So it's about to be a very serious time that we're coming into. And this is not to say that my dream, okay, is going to come to pass, or even if it is a dream or vision, all right? It's just to basically let you know that we are in perilous times, serious times. So we are to be circumspect and have faith in Yahawah Bahasham Yahawashi. That's the only thing that's going to get us out, all right? It's the only thing that's going to deliver us. So, I read it again, 2 Timothy 3:1, and this also, and know this know also, Salakia. I'm driving, I'm getting too ahead of myself. This know also, that in the last days perilous times shall come. Okay? And I was thinking about another precept. Oh, to close it out, alright? The book of Isaiah, Salakia. Bear with me. Isaiah 33:6. Now, from my perspective, when all that happened, and I guess chaos began, all right, from my perspective, and even being chased, within the dream, I was afraid, all right. It says men shall be afraid in that time, okay. So this is how we gonna cope, all right. Lord willing, we be a part of that hopeful elect. It says, Isaiah 33:6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord is his treasure. Okay? So, Lord willing, this is edifying unto the elect of the nation of Yasharahla. We say double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Shalawam to the sincere Akim that teach this truth in sincerity. And Shalawam to the sincere Akwakim who believe. Shalom.